Hello, my name's Rachel and I work for Step 2 Young People's Health. This video is about body image. So body image is how you see yourself when you look in the mirror or when you picture yourself in your mind, and it can encompass different things. What you believe about your own appearance, including any memories, assumptions or generalisations. How you feel about your body, including your height, shape and weight. And how you sense and control your body as you move, or how you physically experience or feel in your body. First thing I'd like to talk about is body positivity. So that's feeling confident in yourself and being happy to show that off to people. It might be shown in what you wear. It might be in how comfortable you feel around other people that are a different size or shape to you. We've got some examples here. We've got plus size models on the runway. We have Lizzo, an album cover. Lizzo is very confident in what she wears, or she projects herself as being very confident in what she wears, and often wears outfits that she's had lots of abuse for, of people saying, you can't wear that, you're far too fat. But Lizzo doesn't seem to care. She wears what she wants to wear and she's comfortable in her own skin. You've got an advertising campaign at the top there with ladies of all different shapes and sizes posing in their underwear. You've got the gentleman dressed as a mermaid who seems very happy with himself. And you've got a gentleman there who has potentially had some sort of accident. He's had to have an operation. He's lost one arm, potentially part of his shoulder, looking at that. But he's sat there and he's modelling shirt off to show people that people have different shapes, different sizes and different bodies. Body positivity is about being comfortable in yourself. Not everybody has body positivity. And it's not necessarily about being a particular shape or size. So in a lot of these cases, these people might be considered overweight or they might be considered plus size. But it can be about anybody of any shape and size. It could be about embracing your birthmarks, any kind of limb defect. It could be that you're very, very petite, very, very small, but you embrace that. There is no right or wrong way to look at body positivity. It's how you feel inside yourself. Nobody can tell you that you should be positive or that you should not be positive because of your size or shape. Having said that, there is an awful lot of fat shaming out there, or shaming people because their body has changed, or they might have a little bit of cellulite, or they might even be too thin. And that's really unfair. We've got some examples here. The one in the top left hand corner, that is an advert for an alternative play. What if Snow White was no longer beautiful and the seven dwarfs not so short? And it shows you a shorter, fatter version of Snow White. Why does that mean she's no longer beautiful? She can still be beautiful, be in whatever size or shape she wants. This is fat shaming. You've got one there of Kim Kardashian, 65-pound weight gain. She was pregnant at the time, saying she's binging on pasta, cake and ice cream. Lots of pregnant women eat cakes, eat ice cream, eat whatever they want, basically, because they're pregnant, and they can. We shouldn't be shaming people for the choices that they make around food. It can lead to significant issues, which we'll move on to. You've got one there of Leonardo DiCaprio. He doesn't look that big, but they call it a middle-age spread, suggesting that he's potentially put on weight. People's weight fluctuates. Our weight fluctuates during the day, never mind from week to week, month to month, year to year. And as we get older, our metabolism slows down and it can be even harder for us to manage our weight. You've got some judgmental labels at the side there. This is from a women's health article. Women that were labelled fat or have big thighs or are too round. They use different size words. You've got full-figured, has a gut, needs to lose some weight. And then you've got women that are being shamed for being fat and pregnant. Kate Middleton was shamed for being too thin and pregnant. It's worth remembering Kate Middleton spent a bit of time in hospital during, I think it was all of her pregnancies, because of severe morning sickness. And then you've got women being labelled as bony, as skeletal, and chubby. Basically, what this is showing is that it doesn't matter what size or shape you are, somebody is going to shame you for that. Somebody is not going to like the size or shape that you are. But you know what? Your size or shape has got nothing to do with anybody else at all. At the bottom there, you've got Jonah Hill. He's been quite outspoken about his struggles with weight and about the abuse that he's received. Jonah Hill is now the whale of Wall Street. And Jonah Hill is no longer the whale of Wall Street. This refers to a film that he was in called Wolf of Wall Street. But why should anybody care what size Jonah Hill is? Jonah Hill can be whatever size he wants. It's not going to affect my daily life. It shouldn't affect anybody else's either. And then you've got Benefit Cosmetics there that jumped on a social media trend at the time. And it was about changing a movie title into something fat shaming, basically. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Sandwiches, Rocky Road, Forrest Dumpy. They came under a lot of criticism for that, for fat shaming people, and their response was basically, we always follow social media trends, we're just doing it for fun. Whereas actually, to a lot of people, that was not fun, that was quite dangerous, and that was fat shaming. Fat shaming and these unrealistic expectations that the media have of people and that we then develop for ourselves and others can lead to eating disorders. There are two main eating disorders, and they are bulimia and anorexia. They are classed as mental health illnesses, and they are actually the only mental health illnesses that can directly kill you. Obviously, other people with mental health illnesses may choose to end their lives. That's not the mental health illness that's actually killing them. In this sense, the illness can lead to death. So we've got an example there of Andrew Flintoff, sometimes known as Freddie, and he was an England cricketer, absolute superstar in his field. And he came in for a lot of criticism of his weight gain. He's a cricketer, he's fit and healthy, but a lot of cricket is standing around on a pitch, and they are often fed really good cricket teas, which is basically cakes and sandwiches and things, while they're during breaks and at the ends of matches and things like that. And it caused him to gain a lot of weight. And he's since been very outspoken about it. There's been a documentary on the BBC about how it led to bulimia. And he was force feeding himself, he was binging on food, and then he would go and vomit it all back up again because he felt so guilty about it. But it becomes a behaviour that is compulsive, and that you can't just snap out of it. You can't just say, I'm not going to do this anymore. It requires a lot of treatment and a lot of mental health support to work around bulimia and anorexia. These people are not weak. They are not doing it for attention. There are lots of misnomers around eating disorders, and it's really, really important that we understand that these people are genuinely unwell and need help. Because Freddie Flintoff was vilified in the media, you'd see the pictures on the left-hand side. You know, there were lots of headlines about him being fat and about him being an unfit sports person and that he shouldn't be playing for England because he's not healthy. And that led to him becoming extremely ill, and bulimia is now something that he will struggle with for the rest of his life because he could easily fall back into those negative behaviours of binging and purging. In 2014, there was a no makeup selfie challenge, and actually, this comes around every now and again, and lots of celebrities get in on the act. This particular one raised £8 million in 6 days, and it was by taking no makeup selfies, and it was by celebrities, but it was by ordinary people as well. And it was about showing, this is who I am, this is what I look like really. What you see on TV or what you see of me when I'm out in public, that's not really who I am. It's a great idea and it raised a fantastic amount of money, but it should not necessarily be seen as something massive that women are going out in public with no makeup on. You know, if people don't want to wear makeup, that's absolutely their choice. So something like this excludes people that don't wear makeup on a daily basis anyway, because they're always showing a no makeup selfie. They never have makeup on. It would be very, very different for people to see them in makeup. It's a fantastic achievement, but it kind of adds to the idea that women should be wearing makeup when they go out because that's what society expects of them. And I know it was never intended that way, but for some people, it will reinforce that message. Our body image is personal to us. We should be free to express ourselves however we want to in the clothes that we wear, in the way that we dress, that we eat, that we interact with other people. We should be able to live our lives as we want to live our lives as individuals. We shouldn't feel guilty for wearing certain outfits because it might make us look too fat or too thin. We shouldn't feel guilty about sitting down and eating a giant burger if that's what we want to do. But there will always be people out there who will try to make us feel guilty for that. And it's about understanding what's around us, what support services, in case we're no longer able to fight those expectations. So you've got a campaign here, Be Real, Body Confidence for Everybody. You'd be able to find information about that through Google. There's Childline and Young Minds if you need somebody to talk to because your mental health is suffering as a result of the negativity that you're seeing around your body. Step 2, James and Hale are working together to deliver relationships and sex education across the Bradford district, so we can always help and signpost. You can see the Step 2 social media handles there. You can also sign up to our newsletter on the website, and we have this YouTube channel with various videos. If you need advice around eating disorders or the potential of developing an eating disorder, the NHS has information on their website which you can access through Google, and there's Beat Eating Disorders, who are a specialist organisation who would be able to help you in that area.